as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Taken in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
It did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
31-yard line.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
21-yard line.
56, Mike, 56.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll run the screen with Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
2nd and 4.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. They want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watch the whip. Check. Check hot route. Check. He's checking.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run high. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal. Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Complete.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here a throw taken in by Watkins.
Mahomes pass.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
6 at the Seahawks 41-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes quickly to Kelsey. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Kansas City.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
At the 8-yard line.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
3-yard line.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Midfield now. Here's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now Wilson. Out to his left. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played. But you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The final pick in this year's first round. This is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. L.J. Collier. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 29 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Butker on for the point after.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some point.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him.
Complete.
Give him 30 yards there.
A gain of 30. 1st down, Kansas City.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
24-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, it's Carson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
They're running it. Mike, 36 power. 53. Mike. We own it. We own it.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not?
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Chiefs 22, Seahawks 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent.
And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try the left side. Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. That's up and good. It's 22-14.
Makes the score Chiefs 22, Seahawks 14. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
11 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, and it's 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Shaquille Griffin. Mahomes pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 16. And it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
The 3rd quarter with the score Chiefs 22, Seahawks 14.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Let's go. 53, 53, check 53.
Wilson on the move to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Taken down by
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and up forced the incompletion.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Chiefs.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. On design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Butker's kick here is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Pass incomplete.
The struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent during the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
3-yard line.
Let's go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
On 1st down, Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let's make these babies cry.
Here's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The tackle made.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Seahawks.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Greg Olsen.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Brings up second and 10.
One last shot for Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and